in our garden today. So we're getting ready to put out our vegetables. So we have some bok choy here. This is our kale that my husband grew from seed. This is his spinach. These are our radishes and one eggplant. So what we're going to do is use the garlic to separate in between each different variety of plant. So these are the, I don't know how you say it, enchilium red garlic. And then we also have the silver white garlic that we're going to try and get put out. And then today we went and bought some garlic. We don't even know what the variety of this one is, but that's what he's peeling now. So what we're going to do is we have radishes. So in between the radish and the spinach, we're going to put garlic. Then we got 3 rows of spinach. Here is going to be a row of garlic separating the kale and the spinach. And then we have 3 rows of spinach. And then here's going to be another row of garlic to separate the bok choy that's going to go here. And then the rest of the bed is going to be just onions. So we're getting those put out. We still have quite a bit of stuff here. We have Georgia collards we got to get put out. We have some lettuce we need to still get put out. Some more spinach. Beets. We're going to get some more beets put out. We have some carrots down here. Okay, so anyway, so we still have quite a bit of stuff to put out today. And we do have some beds that's going to be coming free. So right now we're going to go ahead and get all this put out. And we're going to see what we're going to do after that. So stay tuned. All right, so this is what we have. Oh, we're going to put these garlic in between those, right? Let's do these since we got them already out here.
I'm gonna save some seed.
Yeah. All right, so this is our spinach we've gotten. And here is a row of garlic. Here, baby, be careful. And so right here, we're going to put the spinach that my husband started from seed. And so we only have 5, baby, so that's should be enough. You can always put a, what you call it?
A row or 2 rows?
No, just do 1 row, baby, because you only got that many ready. All right, guys, so this is our first bed we got finished. We have a few purple onion left to put out. We're going to try and get them right in here. But this is what we have so far in the garden. These are radishes, 1 eggplant. We have garlic in between. These are our spinach, 9 plants of spinach, another row of garlic, then 9, no, we got more than, what is it, kale. We have 6 bok choy. Then we have a row of garlic, and then the rest of these are all purple onions. So that is what we have in this little bed. You can. All right, so my husband gonna take those to his experiment garden. So we had 7 purple onions left. So that's what we're gonna do. And so, yeah. And we've put out quite a bit of stuff today. And still, we have a lot of vegetables here to get put out. So we're going to put out some lettuce, some beets. We have more carrots to put out. We still have spinach. But I think my husband's mom is coming tomorrow and his aunt. So they'll be getting some of this stuff to take home and put out in their yard. We gave his daughter some. So that's what we're doing today. All right, now, so we are inside the garden now. So we have cleaned up these tomatoes as best I can. Cleared them out so we can get air underneath. I knew I had another pesto basil. There it is right there. So we have 2 pesto basils here. And the plan is to go ahead and just cut that all the way down. And then I'm going to use the sweet basil I have right there. That's our bowl of garlic because we're still putting out garlic. So here's our lettuce and beets. We got some carrots mingled in there, some garlic mingled in there. And then over here is kale, Swiss chard, carrots, and garlic. Here, I don't know what we're going to put here. But then here where my husband is. Now, this is where the bell peppers were. So we just pulled up all the bell pepper. So we have those out. And we gathered what we had left. And then back here is our, baby, what was this? I can't even remember. Oh, this is a Dutch cabbage, and we have garlic in there. And here my husband is putting out Georgia collards. So the weather is really pretty. Look at it. It is overcast. It's been raining off and on all day. Really cool out here. So it's a perfect time to get things planted, because if the rain comes tonight, that'll help get everything settled in. So yeah. All right, so hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we are coming outside. I have just gotten off, and it looks like we may get rain, maybe an overcast, but I do know that the temperatures are going to be dropping today. So I figured now would be a best time to come out and share with you our garden and what we have added to the garden. All of the seedlings, we were able to get out all of our little seedlings, and so I'm going to share that with you. So let's go in the garden and I'll show you what we have and what things are looking like, because who knows what it's going to look like after this little hard freeze comes through here the next 3 days. So let's get in the garden. Hopefully you guys can hear me over the dog. He's upset. So anyway, right here I'm sharing with you our tomatoes that we still have here. We still have quite a few tomatoes here. We even have some here. Whoa. We even have some here that has been demolished. If I see them, I do like to take them on off. My husband need that white bucket. Let's see. But these are all of the tomatoes here. Now let me try and show you up in here. There are some red ones up here. Now we don't know what this is going to look like tomorrow morning, because again, we are going to have a hard freeze, it says, tonight. This is our other tomatoes over here. That's what they're looking like. So now entering the garden, I guess, so we are entering, let me back up. So y'all look at this here. Look at this fool over here. This is what I deal with when I come outside. He's upset. Anyway. All right, so here, this is my basil. These are the pesto basil here that I have. This is what our tomatoes look like from this side of the garden. And this here is only 2 tomato plants is what we have here. Now when you swing around, these are our peas. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to get anything out of these peas or not. We have a few blooms there, but not sure what they're going to do. We have a few beans over there. My husband did pick them this weekend when he was at home. My mom is still doing pretty good. That is a Swiss chard he put here. Okay. Here is my sweet basil that I have here. And as you can see, I think this is squirrels been in here digging or something. But this here is, oh my goodness. Something has come and eaten this. Wait a minute, am I lying? Okay, that's garlic coming up right there. That is a piece of garlic, I think. This is spinach. And then all of this here is spinach. And then we have 2 strawberry plants here. And then when you swing around here, this is our kale. So this is kale. Here is Swiss chard. Something has been eating. And so yeah, this is our garlic here. Garlic in between there. And then these are all of our carrots here. We have garlic in here, and these are more carrots there. Now, when we swing around here to these 2 beds, these sit right up under the arch we have here. That was the tomato arch and trellis. These are beets. So we have beets here. I'll be honest, I don't know what that is, because I thought we only put beets here. We have more garlic, more carrots. This is my lettuce. I came out yesterday and I harvested this one, and this one. And the plan today was to harvest these, which I'll probably go ahead and cut those off and take them in just in case the lettuce doesn't make it through the cold tonight. Here is more lettuce that we have here. This lettuce is looking so good, y'all. Looking so good. Now this bed has ants. I don't know what that's about, but this lettuce looks good. These are more beets here that we have. These are the regular red beets. And then these are your yellow beets that we have here that are, growing. That is another basil I have here. Now we have the book I told you my husband, I don't know if I shared it with you yet, but if I didn't, I will. He has what he calls a vegetable Bible. And in that Bible, it tells you different things you can put in your garden to deter pests. So that was why we started incorporated the garlic in between different things that we plant, because the smell of it is supposed to deter certain animals. So far, so good. A lot of things have not been getting eaten up so bad now that the garlic is coming up. Here, when you swing around, this tomato bush here is definitely struggling. Well, not really struggling. It's like it done fell down, honestly. I don't like to bother my husband's stuff because he gets upset if I break it. So these are 2 tomato plants we have here. And I don't know if this is a good thing or not, but we have these darn mushrooms in our garden. I'm going to pull them up. My husband thinks it's a good thing. I thought I read somewhere that it wasn't, so I don't know. But here's our eggplants. So as you can see, now some of these will bloom. Like this one is not going to make one. Okay. And then this one here, we have 2 eggplants here that look pretty good. And this one has some blooms. And then this one has another eggplant coming there. And on this side of the eggplants, we have some more beets. And when you swing around here, my husband has 2 more tomato plants here. And then right here is my other kale. Now, this is the kale that I did harvest. So it is now putting back out. And I think the kale will be okay, regardless what the weather does. I think it'll be okay. These Swiss chard are getting eaten up. These are beans that my husband harvested. Or maybe he needs to harvest because I'm looking at beans right here. But yeah, and so in this bed, we filled this bed up with nothing but garlic. So we have tons of garlic that's going to come up there. In this bed is our Dutch cabbage. And we have garlic here throughout this bed. So the cabbage is looking good. It's looking really good. And now we're going to walk on around here. Now over here is our Georgia collards. These are just now getting up. We just put these out. Y'all ain't that pretty? Look at the leaves as they're falling. I love to see the leaves fall, but I hate to rake them up. My husband just cleaned the yard, and you can't even tell. But anyway, these are our Georgia collards. They are looking really good. And then we have all these. This is all garlic that's coming up here. Here is sweet peas. And then right here's another tomato bush. This was a special type of tomato that I wanted to try. I like the shape of them, and they're supposed to turn yellow. So they have blooms. We have some more blooms, but after that frost tonight, we don't know what that's going to be like. So this is a look of our overall garden. This is what it looks like on the inside. So now we're going to go to the wall and look at the big garden. That's a 20-foot bed there. And then all the way around this garden, we have other things that we're going to look at. So let's go, and I'll share those things with you. Now, stay tuned. All right. So we started here. So now we're going to look right here. Now, in these 2 urns, well, here, this is a blueberry bush here. This is one of the ones that have been giving us trouble, but we think it's going to make it. This is the one that we've had for about 2 years. And all of a sudden, it just started, this branch here started dying out. And I don't know if it was because of the tomatoes, because the tomatoes were all over this bush here. Then here is some more golden beets, and they're coming up really nicely. Now these are all of our little transplants that we had in the little greenhouse right here. These are carrots we have here. Now when you swing around, this is our 20-foot bed that my husband put here. And right at the beginning, we have an eggplant here that has not done anything yet. Caterpillars almost killed that one, so we're just watching to see if it ever does anything. These are our radishes. As you can see, our radishes are looking really good. Back there we have 2 lettuce. But yeah, the radishes we're getting the little roots on them. So they're looking pretty good. So I'm proud of that. This one here is really big. So yeah, so these are the radish. Now in between each different variety, we did go in and plant garlic. So here is a row of garlic, here, a row of garlic. And then here is our spinach. Now the spinach is looking really good. Our spinach has never done this well before. So we are really proud of our spinach. Here is another row of garlic here. Here is 9 plants of kale. So we have quite a bit of kale out here. And then here is more garlic in between the kale and the bok choy. Now the bok choy looks so good. Look at that. Look how pretty it. Now this bok choy is a transplant. So we didn't start this from seed, but everything else in this bed is seed. We have our onions here, garlic here, and then everything else is onion, purple onions. Okay, now this is our little greenhouse. As you can see, it's pretty much empty. We have a few plants in there my husband is still working on. But we're gonna bypass that. Now on the back here, this is the new addition that he's added. Guys, I apologize, you can't hear me over the darn dog. But this is a new area here. So this is kale. We had 2 little tomato plants that we had 6 tomato plants that self-seeded and came up over here. So my husband just pulled them up and put them in the pot. But this is kale. In between the kale, we have more garlic. Out here, more kale that something is eating up. Here is, I don't know, I think this is our Dutch cabbage. More cabbage. And you can see that one is struggling. This one doesn't look that good, and neither does this one. But here is a gray zucchini that has definitely, we had one on there, but it did not do well. Here is our golden beets. Something is eating those up. That the garlic is just now coming up. So maybe once the garlic gets up, it'll deter whatever is over here. We have more beets here, and then that's more beets there, and then this is more lettuce. And the lettuce looks really pretty. We have a lot of lettuce. When you swing around, here is our tomato wall, tomato trellis. And this is really all we need, but my husband just loves growing tomatoes and stuff. So this bush here has fallen down, as you can see. But yeah, so that is our tomato wall. We have basil underneath. And then we also have some spearmint here. And I also have a few tomatoes that I need to go ahead and take off while I'm out here. Otherwise, something will enjoy these tonight. All right, guys, and now we're going to walk around the other side of the garden. And then here, on this end, we have bell peppers that are still blooming, that are still giving us bell peppers. These were our little squash plants, and you see how thin they are? They're not doing anything much. We put a trellis here for them to grow up on, but they didn't do that good on this end. More bell pepper plants that are looking really, really good, which we'll see what they look like by daylight. More tomatoes. My husband has here. More spearmint there. More bell peppers right here. And then this thing here is my newest little bed. He added me this little herb bed here. So we have 2 lettuce in here. But in here we have oregano, Greek oregano. We have the Tuscan blue thyme, rosemary, Tuscan blue rosemary. Let me start over, y'all. Here is the Greek oregano. Here is the Tuscan blue rosemary. And then that's the curl parsley back there. And we have 2 lettuce in here. And it looks like a garlic that's coming up. In between, we do have the mum there. And then in this bed, we have some more kale that something is just steady eating up. And then this lettuce here, that's looking pretty good. So yeah, so we have butter crunch mixed in here, a different variety of lettuces. Here is my Asiatic lilies, my mama rose. Y'all, I can't even do a video. But anyway, that has been a quick little update of our garden. That is what we have. You know what, while I'm out here, because we know the weather's getting ready to change, let's go ahead and see. I'll show you over here what we have also. So here is our peach tree. So this is a peach tree that we have. So we planted this over the summer. This is a, let me see what the name of it is, because I know the name is on it. This is a Belle of Georgia peach tree. So she's gotten a lot taller than she was when we bought her. Here is my husband's grapevine. So we have 3 types of grapes out here. We have the Scrumpernine. We have the, gosh, I don't even remember the name of these grapes. Concord and Navajo or something, I don't know. It's a certain type of grape out here. But this is his little grape trellis, how he wanted it to grow. So it's doing pretty good. He needs to spray it again possibly. And then back here is my big blue blackberry. This is the one we bought at the store. This is the thornless one. So that one died and it's just now coming back. Here is my Nico blue hydrangea. And here is a wild blackberry that kept coming up, and I dug it up, and so my husband created this little thing for it to grow up on. So we're gonna see what that does. Back here we had some other plants that don't look like they're making it. Here was a azalea here that doesn't look like it's gonna make it. This is wisteria. This here looks like it just died back. This is the gardenia. It is the hardy gardenia azalea. And then here is my limelight hydrangea. And then a few other bushes over there that are still fighting to stay alive. I almost forgot. This is our overflow garden. So this is where we had planted the sweet potatoes. So right now in this bed, we have, let me try and get over in here so you can see. So we have some beets here. Along the edges is, I want to say that is cabbage. And then all of these little things here, let's zoom in. All of these here are our potatoes that are coming up. So I think these are the purple potatoes, I think. And then my husband, I see he put a carrot down there. What else did he put? We put a lot of things that we ran out of space for once we had all those seedlings. So we had to put them out somewhere. These are garlics. And in between we have purple onion in there as well. So garlic and onion planted together. And I don't know if these are Georgia collards, I'll be honest, or if they are the Dutch cabbage. I'm not sure. But yeah, but this is what we have so far. This is the overflow garden. So this is what it's looking like. And I think he put garlic all in here. I'm not sure because, again, I wasn't out here when he did it. But we do know that those are potatoes, beets, either collards or cabbage, and onions and garlics. So this is the overflow garden. So we're just going to watch it and see how things do. I really just wanted to get some footage of it before the cold weather comes in that is due to come in tonight. Just wanted to come out here and kind of like look at the garden, show you what we have, because I don't know if the frost, if it gets down. It said we're going to have a hard freeze tonight. So if we have a hard freeze, I at least want to get a look of what we have right now and how good things are looking right now. Because right now, the last couple of days, it's been pretty warm. It's been in the 80s. So yeah, so that is what we have. So So we're gonna just watch and see. The wind is picking up, so I know it's blowing in that cold air. You can feel it. But I think pretty much everything we have out here should do good. Everything should do good, except I'm not sure about the lettuce. But I think everything else should be okay, but time will tell, guys, so you all stay tuned. All right, guys, so I am finally back in. This is the book that my husband purchased here. We went in Tractor Supply, and he saw this book. And even though it said it's the Vegetable Gardener's Bible, Discover Ed's High Yield Word, which is Wide Rows, Organic Methods, Raised Beds, and Deep Soil System for all North American gardening regions. This book here has a wealth of information. It has so much information here. And my husband's been reading this book. He reads it constantly. Before he puts out anything, he's going to read this book. If he's having issues in his garden, he's coming to his book. So, I mean, it's a really good book. I love the pictures in the book. I love how well everything has put together here in this booklet. And this booklet definitely is a wealth of information. So yeah, he loves this book. So it even has tells you like what works well together and what shouldn't be together. So this book is really good. And then it also gives you like a gardening plan, different ways that you can put out your vegetables. And so yeah, so my husband has been reading this book, and I'll say that that book has definitely helped him. I've seen big jumps and leaps in his garden and the way that things are growing out there. And so that has really been a big help.